When you've been abused, emotionally, mentally, physically, and sexually as a child, and then left to deal with the scars on your own, the healing process seems impossible. From the beginning, my life was a lie. I was the product of an affair. My father was married to another woman. I was the only girl of 7 children and was raised by my mother. My mother traveled a lot because of the restaurant businesses she owned. Her being away from home so often made my ordeal even more unbearable as a child. I don't recall exactly when it started, but from 8 to 12 years old, I was sexually abused by my family members. My abusers said no one would believe me if I told. I lived with that lie and the ongoing abuse for many years. My mother even accused me of having boyfriends, but I had none. I was scared to tell her the truth about the incest. The sexual abuse finally ended when I moved away to live with my father. I felt out of place even in a new home. People looked at me as an angry, withdrawn, or unruly child. I told no one my secret. No one could see the scars I was trying to hide each day. I was not loved at home and couldn't imagine how strangers could love me when my family didn't. I went searching for love in all the wrong places and kept hiding my pain and shame. It was not until my early 20s when I had a breakdown and almost lost my mind that I cried out to God for help. I prayed to God earnestly and He brought people into my life that reinforced the importance of forgiveness. It took a long time and much prayer to get to a point where I was ready to face and forgive my abusers. My first call was to my mother, and I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders. As I shared what happened to me as a young girl, one of my family members was with her at the time. He first denied everything and then claimed I was a happy participant, which made me sick to my stomach. I was determined to speak to all of my abusers, not to condemn them, but to let them know I forgave them. Through Christ, I have forgiven those in my past who took away my innocence and kept me emotionally enslaved for decades. Members of the church, all denominations, leaders in our community, and even our children are struggling to deal with emotionally, mentally, physically, and sexual abuse. There is a common misconception that primarily women and girls are victims, but many men and young boys are being abused each day. As I regained my self-worth, I continue to meet with men, women, and young people who I'm able to minister to through songs, poetry, and my now ministries. Music continues to play a big role in my healing process. I happily share my talent and voice with the world. My latest CD, Echoes, contains music that will refresh your soul. Because of my journey through healing, I now dedicate my life to uplifting those that have been downtrodden and those with no voice. I can say without a doubt that prayer saved my life. It's only by the grace of God that the abused are restored to the point where there is no more pain from the past. I came to that place of restoration where God healed and redeemed me and my past completely. My healing was made possible because of God. If your story is similar to mine, your healing is possible through God. Favorite scripture? But as for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, in order to bring it about as it is this day, to save many people alive. Genesis 50 verse 20. Praise his name. You are crying today. There is no hope for my shame. There is no hope for my pain. There is no hope for my restoration. But I want to tell you, there is hope for what you're going through. God is a healer. He is a redeemer. He is a restorator. He is everything to what you are looking for today. I can say without a doubt that he healed me. He redeemed me and restored me to tell you that there is hope. Do not give up on God. Do not give up on yourself. But most importantly, do not blame yourself. Will you trust God today? Will you surrender everything, not in your strength, but in God's strength? It's only by his strength that you can be free today. Call upon his name. Lord, save me. Call upon his name. Lord, free me. Call upon his name. Abba, Father, help me today to surrender what I'm going through. He's waiting just for you. He is waiting just for you. Do not listen to Satan's lie. God will turn your pain into his story to save many people alive. Thank you from my Now Ministries. Have a blessed day.